Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they're quick to get it back. Now, can they get him away? He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a key interception. Roberto Carlos. He's in plenty of space here. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Oh, Red, nice interception. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, this is a great... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! That's another chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Played out to the left flank. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Makalele gets it away. Looking to play him in. Great ball if he can get there. He's shifting through the gears here. Decent chance! Has another go! Caught offside that time. He shifted it to the flank. Makalele gets across to intercept that. Tries to pass it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's having a shot! Goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in.
There could be trouble here. He got it! It's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And this is Puskás.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And the keeper beats it away. Madrid are looking to go forward now. And he's managed to get free. Shot a goal! Really well taken goal. Half-time imminent. What a time to score. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Madrid get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden he seems to believe his back.
Nicely weighted ball. Yeah. And the whistle goes for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself.
Great chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That pass isn't the best. Now that's a dangerous ball. And the finish! Oh, it's a stunning goal! About as smooth as it gets. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
And he's picked it up out wide. He has found the way through. And that could well leave a mark. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Substitution on the field, number 22, Iniesta.
Madrid choosing
Number
to
7,
make the first change.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
So now
Number
the difference
21,
is 3.
Vieira.
It's Maradona!
Number 18, Ronaldinho.
Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Number 3,
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something
number
into life.
30, Maradona.
Oh, well measured.
Number 14,
No, not quite on the same
Romario.
wavelength.
Number
He scores! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. And that was as close to certain as can be.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Messi.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's had a shot! No mistake! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
It's Here's the shot! Brought out the best in the keeper. Romario! Oh, and there's the shot! Messi finds himself offside. Now it's Messi. Romario.
6 added
And that has
minutes
been
been
clubbed
indicated.
away. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Now it's Neymar. Threads one in. And this is Forlan. Oh, look at it! It's Forlan! Now, who's going to be first to this? Beckham, played into space. And that is as far as it goes. Madrid suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
everybody,
it might
and
not
welcome
feel like
to
that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri.
Iniesta! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Iniesta has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
And this is Ronaldo. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. This is Batistuta. Oh, he's been caught napping. Shot a goal! He's scored! The breakthrough strike.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, another save.
Cristiano Ronaldo, really can't believe it, foiled by the keeper again.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, he's not getting any further than that. Looking for options for movement.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
David Villa. A probing pass. He's in a good position here. And the finish! Oh, taken with style. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. And this is Messi. Messi! Just cruising. They are cruising. And they're at it again in double quick time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to...
And he shoots! Now, how often do you see that?
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Gabriel. David Villa. Great vision. On the through ball. And this is Messi. He's got away. Spread out to the left. Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. David Villa looking understandably energised after his goal. And this is Messi.
There will be 3 minutes at
Gabriel. Neymar. Can he spark a counter here? Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there. Now it's Villa. And there's the end of the first half. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Hello everybody, and a quick announcement now. We would like to ask you all to kindly stay seated during the match. Thank you for your cooperation.
And the action is back on the way. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Belletti, he's found a way through. That's an imaginative pass.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's through here. And that should get the job done. Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. That has not gone well. And this is Ronaldo. Gabriel. Decent chance! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
There will be a throw-in. Ronaldinho knocks it into space. Cafu. Van Bouten. Pedri. Threads one in. Roberto Carlos. And it's Pedri. Vieira pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. This is Batistuta. Gabriel, played out towards the right wing. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Pedri. That has been cut short. Done delicately. Has a look and plays it forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Tries to play it through. Pedri, he's picked his way through. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That's a sharp pass. Beckenbauer. Now it's Batistuta. And here's Messi. And he's surging through. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
Xavi Alonso
Iniesta.
is standing over this
Number
one.
7.
So
Cristiano
a genuine
Ronaldo.
chance to increase the lead.
Number 21. Vieira. Number 18. Ronaldinho.
Neymar!
Number 3.
And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Number 30. Maradona. Number 14. Romario. Number 5. Beckham. Number 13. Mbappe. Number 17. Grant Beckenbauer.
Substitutions taking place.
That's rather hopeful.
Minutes has been indicated.
And time is up. Madrid suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
He looks more a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
He
gets big! It's in!
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Ronaldinho. Nice interception, well timed. Iniesta. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the run. Messi receives it in a wide position.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others. Ronaldinho! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in. There they go, hunting again.
Threads one in. That is a great pick out. Van Nistelrooy is onto it in a flash. Belletti. Searching pass he's played there. He's made sure that's not getting through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked.
And Messi! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
He's had a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. There's the header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. He won't be happy with that one. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nicely weighted ball. Casillas gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. De Ligt cuts it out. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He's picked his way through.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Crossed in once more. Up he goes! And he has kept... And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Madrid are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Looking to play him in. Nice looking ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Played back in. Look at the space here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Looking for a run-up. Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vieira clears it away.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Substitution.
And that's a throw-in. And it's Messi. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Tries to play it through. He can run onto that. An uncompromising challenge. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Knocks it into space. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Into the last quarter of an hour. And he's intervened well there. Roberto Carlos. He's a sharp little ball here. Cross needs to be... Bullish header! And that would have won it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there and it's been blown. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Romario! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Pinged towards the front line.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. That has been cut
There will
short.
be 1 minute added time.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And they win it back again. And that will be the final act. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the...